Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are here, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the final episode of Mushoku Tensei Season 1, Episode 23, the last episode of the second core, whatever you want to say. I'm really confident we're going to get more. It seems like maybe they've already said it, that they're just in it for the long haul, you know, with Mushoku Tensei. Because I don't think we have an announcement at the end of this episode, because with how these things usually go, like, in a lot of these cases, I'll have already saw the announcement before even going into the episode that there's a sequel. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But I haven't saw anything like that. But I'm still confident we are going to get more further on down the line with Mushoku Tensei, of course. But what we have right here is the finale for Season 1. I'm not going to talk a lot here at the beginning because I already know I'm going to be talking probably a lot at the end of this episode. But I'm really curious to see how they're going to leave this finale off because of the different paths our characters are going on right now, as we saw in the previous episode. But I'm really worried about Rudy because I do not want to see him go back to the way he was in his previous life. And now that he's all alone, essentially, that may be the case. So I don't want to see that happen, but we'll have to see how things play out and what they leave us off with. So yeah, episode 23, it's been a journey. I know we're going to have more, so I don't even want to really treat this as a finale, but after this, it's probably going to be a little bit, at least, until we get more. So, yeah, we're going to hop into this episode, everyone, and see what we'll have with it. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. And also, I forgot to mention, I noticed the author of the series is actually, like, credited as a writer on this episode. So, that's pretty cool, pretty interesting, I got to say. And I cannot see shit. There we go. Looks like Ghislaine and Eris. She did the whole haircut thing. I talked about why I think potentially she's doing this in the previous episode, so I'm not gonna repeat myself. I gotta see without the hood on, you know, like the whole look with the short hair, and at least she's with Ghislaine. Like that brings me it calms me a little, or it makes me feel more at ease, I guess you would say, rather than her just going on by herself. So we see a bit at the front, but I want to see without the hood on and everything. It does give her a more mature look. Look, it's just by the bedside. The remains of the hair. All right, man. Rudy, what you gonna do, bro? She's gonna stay in there like forever? You gotta keep moving forward, my boy. That's like kind of what they're doing right here. Just regular, like, kind of villagers, people, they're moving forward. They're doing what they gotta do. There's still hope. Look, the sun's still there. There's still a little bit of sun showing. Oh, I'm gonna miss this freaking music from this series, man. Only temporarily. Rudy, please don't be like this the whole episode, man. Please. Please do not be like this the whole episode. The letter, the hair, the wine glass, too. We talked about that in the previous episode, like with the wine. What they did with that was spectacular. There's like a little bit of sunlight coming in. It's mostly dark. So, like, there is hope. That's how I take it, at least. That he's maybe not going to be just shut in like this the whole episode. Oh, okay. We're going back to his previous life. Yeah, they just kind of said, fuck everyone else. Oh, this is... I mean, he was looking out for himself and looking out for the others. None of the others tried to... I mean, some people won't speak up. Nobody else would speak up or say anything. It's like... Jeez. So this is maybe what he's like, he's laying down right now, like maybe dreaming, or like this is what he's thinking of? Or are they just kind of showing this? Get the kids who did this expelled. So they're like checking in on him. Like they're talking about doing something about it. I mean, they're taking action, or they took action, or tried to at least. But I was gonna say, just words can only do so much. Like words can help. Don't give in. I know you'll be fine. All my children are strong. Aw. So it's easier sort of said than done. Damn. It's like, it's not that easy. And it seemed like, I mean, that's hard as a parent too. I feel like a lot of parents probably deal with that in different ways, or maybe some can't deal with that if their child is going through something like that. It's a kind of a touchy thing. He's trying to get him to get up and do something. Like, get up and do something at least, bro. Please. Man has no motivation at all. It's like Rudy of just like an episode or two ago would have been like, yeah, like, sure, I'll help. So he's gonna say that's what happened to her. They're gonna try and hide, kind of. Now you got my attention. So he said he's gonna do that with Eris. So that means he's not going to do the whole like marriage thing or whatever. And look at the BG right here. Damn. The reflection in his glasses. Like, look at that shot, dude. Like these little clever shots they have in here all the time. That is true. It's not just him. Many others out here too, especially with the whole teleportation thing. Yeah, I was thinking there was gonna be a lot of self-reflection in this episode. Damn. Man just fell straight on the floor. Damn. Yep. Transition, Eris, training. Please take off the hood, my girl. I gotta see, just fully. I think it is really, there could be more to it. But I really think it's like a strength thing with her. Now, the way she kind of went about it maybe isn't all right, but... Rudy. Okay, so we're gonna keep a little tab on him. It's like we just saw what Eris was doing, and then Rudy's doing like a very similar thing. Oh yeah, we know how you feel about him. We know how you think about him. Dude, the music here with that, like, that piano. she felt like maybe she was always relying on him, and she wasn't really maybe she wants to be someone that he can rely on, essentially. These guys didn't just freak out when they heard the name. Never crossed my mind that he might die. I can't do anything. Not on my. She couldn't do anything. He would have died right there if LionHush didn't do that. That's what I was thinking about in the previous episode. That's what I was like. I first noticed. I was like, they didn't even freak out upon hearing that or seeing this or anything. When I was a child, I would have been. They are grown. Ah. Yeah, she really, that's how she feels, man. That she wants to be the one that he can rely on, because she feels like she's been doing that, but really he's been the one who hasn't been as grown or necessarily maybe as like developed. Can't hear you right now though. She's like, yeah, it feels good to say that. Yo, there we go. Like, look at her. Yes, the hood. I'll protect him. See, she has a whole, the short hair gives her, I don't know if it's just me, it definitely gives her a more mature, like, vibe. I like it. I probably prefer her, like, longer hair, but, I mean, I like the state, like, the mental state, kind of like how Iris is carrying herself right now. But Rudy on the flip side. Oh my god. The BG's here, by the way, too. Like, the backgrounds, man. I'm gonna miss that with this. Hey, it's our boy. They're kind of checking in on everyone. I like this. Like, look where he is at. Middle of nowhere. Middle of a desert. We really are checking on everyone. Okay. Aw. Love that. All the people that we've made an impact on, or I've had an impact on Rudy, however way you want to put it. Dead end. So you just, like, see how everyone is just progressing, everyone's moving forward, and is Rudy still kind of standing still, essentially? What's gonna spark? I mean, obviously he still has things to do. There's still people out there he has to find. Like Zenith, you know? But even beyond that, there's more. So, like, what is gonna be the spark that gets him going? That, like how the others are right now. Kishirika, Roxy. Yo, they throwing him down. You see her belly right there? Oh my god. That's interesting. Her with them. And look at Alina Lise in the background. And just making out with someone, of course, bro. Roxy. I was like, yeah, they checked on some of those others before Roxy is. Of course, we had to check on her. She's still going at it, bro. She is still going at it. Alina Lise, bro. Don't you know who I am? I don't think, maybe they don't know who she is. I don't know. Oh, she helped her. Kishirika, bro. What the fuck? She may be broke, but she got all her shit that she could do, as we saw. This is deja vu. This is literally deja vu. Literally deja vu. Roxy gonna get one of those too? And she's like, yeah, you're just bullshitting. Rudy, who she is familiar with. Do that. Paul? Ah, the reunion. The reunion. Love that. Love that. The sisters are gonna be reunited, and they're missing Zenith. We're missing Zenith, and we're missing Sylphie, of course. Ah, this is like a huge weight lifted off. But yeah, like Zenith still. We'll find her. We'll find her, man. There's no way we don't. That's what I was saying. Like, what is going to be the spark for Rudy? Is it going to be him finding his mother, Zenith? Especially it being that character, the mother. Okay, they're in Millie Xion. All right. That's good, though. The mother. She, like, in a desert or something? Is she underground? This is where she's at? Is this what you're saying, Kishirika? Or okay, that's kind of odd then. If she can't get a good look, look how she's doing this. Dude, okay, general idea of where she's at. The Garret Continent Labyrinth City of Rappin? Oh no. If she's alive, we know Sylphie is alive too, right? She's laughing. That's not the case, Kishirika. But trying to lighten the mood or something for us. She is a trip, bro. Like some old western, like tumbleweed. She walks away. It's just like Roxy, you have it in with some very interesting characters around you, for sure. Maybe she can't. Maybe she can't contact anyone. Yeah, exactly. But I know Rudy will be able to get back up on his own. Yes, dude. Roxy knows. Convinced that they were all laughing at me, that everyone was kind of the same way. He was just so fucked up mentally, man. That's not true. That's not true. Not right. You got people that still care about you here in this world. You got people you gotta find. I mean, come on, bro. Oh, this is the second time they've done that. Like with the water. Zenith. This is like probably a vision or a dream or something. Flashback. Oh, she pricked herself. That, come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. Tears. Seeing your boy grow up, is that why the tears? Maybe that's why. It looked like tears, but then her eyes were dry right there, so I don't know. Huh? You just ordered me to do that? Okay. This is like from Zenith's POV. Ah. This is the spark, man. This is the spark. Go find your damn mom, bro. Come on. Come on now. Get up out of that damn bed, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yes. And even beyond that, well, first Zenith, but like Sylphie too. Come on. Yes, dude. And the ED over it. Oh, and it's like him in his past life opening the door, bro. Oh, man. That parallel between the two. Like, it's tough, but you gotta do it. Come on, man. Oh, oh. Bro. How they just did that, man. And was that like the drop from like the beginning of the series? Like when he first came into the world, I think? Wake up and take a step. All right, man. All right. I like what they did with that, especially going back and forth between his previous life and in where he's at now. And how it like faded. Like him, like you didn't see his old self at first until he started walking, and then it's like his old self was like left behind, and he's damn. And the Zenith, that Zenith moment, that was the spark, dude. Like he still has the opportunity to change, to grow. There's still people out here who care for him, man. Still shit he has to do. Okay, we got something here. What? Don't leave us. It better not be a dirty cliffhanger. Talking about recruiting Rudy. Okay, we're with these characters. We haven't saw them in like, what was it, the beginning of the core maybe or something like that, or end of the, was that end of the first core? It's been a bit. He's my savior, my mentor, and my friend. I think that just confirms who this is then. He's the person I respect the most. That's Sylphie. That's Sylphie. That is Sylphie. 100%. I mean, that's who else would it be? I didn't even like think of that at first because like I was like, okay, there's other elf characters. There has to be, or there is other elf characters in this series, but the hair color was different. Now, obviously, we haven't known her whereabouts, but I think that just kind of seals the deal right there. Who that was, definitely Sylphie. And then, so it's like literally we checked up on everyone in this episode. I said everyone before, but we didn't see Sylphie, I guess, until the end there. That pretty much just confirms it. I really like this. Thank you for watching. So no like confirmation for another season or anything like that, but I think I talked about it at the beginning of the reaction. They're in it for the long haul, so it's only a matter of time. So I'm not really worried about that. But this finale, man, they kind of, I would say, maybe played it safe, I guess. It was a nice way to leave it off. I don't know if there was like original stuff in here, and the reason I'm only bringing that up is because the author was on here as the script writer for this episode, or as one of the script writers. So I think that may be a possibility, because usually that's what they'll do, right? If there's original content, the author will have a hand in it or writing it, or whatever the case. So either way, I think it fits the content that we had in here. I was worried, but even through some of like the symbolism, I was like, okay, there's gonna be some kind of spark, or there's gonna be something that gets Rudy out of this. There's no way it stays like this, because it was like that for most of the episode. Like when he was in that room, the room was almost completely covered in darkness, but there was a little like sliver of sunlight coming in like through the door. That's how I saw it. So yeah, at the end, just that Zenith with the family and what she said to him, and just, oh man, whew, I cannot wait for the next season of this, man. And just this series as a whole, I don't want to talk about it like it's a finale. Like, it is the finale for season 1, but this isn't like it at all, right? In any stretch of the imagination, this is not it for this series. So, like, I'm expecting it to come back. But, I mean, for what we had from this first season, I mean, this is everything that you want, especially in an isekai series, right? Or just in a series in general. I feel like this has a lot of the qualities, or a lot of the things that you look for, especially in terms of like the world building. Obviously the production value is there, the character writing, like those are things I really tend to look for, as the character writing and how attached I can get to these characters and following them. But a lot of the things that they put into this series obviously really help with that, because I'm big on like production value too. I will admit. Now I know for some people, production and what goes into a series may not be like, they're more maybe concerned about like the characters, which that is a thing I'm obviously concerned about, or look for in a series. But I like how kind of they take everything and sort of gel it together. And I feel like this series is probably the best at like that we've had this year, in my opinion. As an overall package, I think Mushoku Tensei is just all around probably my favorite series of this year, with the first core, because we had the first core this year, and the second core, man. For me, this is just everything that I wanted and more, really, with this first season. In terms of a lot of the things that it hits on, especially too, in going back to like Rudy's previous life and the whole discussion that brings up. I know there's some controversy and there's a lot of people split on that, but there are some really hard hitting sort of topics and subjects that this deals on, like with bullying, being a shut-in, also parenting. There's, I mean, moving forward, progression, goals, like in life. There's so much. I could go on and on and on, kind of what this series brings to the table. And obviously this is only the first season, so there's going to be more of this. But I mean, from what we saw with so many of our characters, but especially Rudy, his growth, you cannot deny the fact, like, if you're saying that Rudy hasn't grown or developed at all, I mean, you're just kidding yourself. I'm sorry, but you are. He definitely has. And a lot of the other characters have. Eris, Ruijerd. I mean, that trio, especially that we followed a lot. I mean, man, I loved that trio, and it's very upsetting to me that they've split. But they're moving forward. They're going on their own paths and lives now. That would have been nice for them to all stay together like that, but that was just probably impossible, really, when you think about it in the big scope of this series and what each of their sort of goals are, And we will see Rudy and Eris reunite at one point. I'm not really worried about that. But right now, what's on? Well, he probably has a lot on his mind, and obviously he probably wants to reunite with Eris as well. He has a lot of questions, but right now it seems like the only thing on his mind and what has him going right now is Zenith, and I love that. I really do. And then they even throw the Sylphie thing in there at the end, and it's like, okay, we're gonna be dealing with Sylphie too, probably in the second season. We may be getting a lot of Sylphie in the second season if that is the case, kind of what they're foreshadowing. So yeah, man. Like I said, I was gonna talk a lot at the end of this episode, man. I just loved a lot of what this series had to offer and you know bring to us on a week-to-week basis. Just the love and care that they pour into this series, you can really tell. Like this is a very, very blessed adaptation, man, and it's just so it's like relieving to me to know that they're in it for the long haul from what they've said with Mushoku Tensei, and that it's really not going to be going anywhere. Even though we don't have an announcement or anything like that, it will be back. I think we're all pretty confident in that. So yeah, until next time, I'm gonna miss Rudy. I'm gonna miss the trio. I'm gonna miss just a lot of these awesome characters in this series that we've met, obviously, and interacted with. Some of my favorite moments, you guys. I mean, I want to know actually, what are some of your guys' favorite moments from the first two cores, or if you just want to talk about this core, I guess, because this is the one we just watched. But like from this core, I would say the Paul and Rudy stuff really hit with me. What we had with Orsted, I mean, that was another standout episode, to say the least. Like a game-changing type of moment or scene or character, just overall, I guess you would say, and just like widens the scope of the world, essentially, I guess you would say. So those two are really standouts, and I guess when you think about it, it's like in the second half of this core, which I would say the second half of this core was definitely a lot stronger. But still, what we had in the first half of this core was great stuff. And I already said it, just as a whole, even if you're including the first core as a whole package, Mushoku Tensei is just everything I wanted and more in a series. And it's crazy I'm saying that because this is only the first season, and I'm like literally between a 9 and a 10. I'm thinking upwards towards a 10, somewhere in there, between a 9 and a 10, no lower than a 9. And to be able to say that about a season 1 says a lot. But that's just how I feel. Let me know what y'all thought of this finale. Let me know what y'all thought of season 1. Thank you all so much for watching my reactions. We will be back. So I know it may sound like I'm treating this like this is the last time I'll be reacting to Mushoku Tensei or something like that. Like, no, like we'll be back at some point, but it's been great. Been a great journey. And I'm probably not going to read the source material. I'm probably going to wait because I'm pretty confident we're going to get it sometime relatively soon, like an announcement or something like that. So, yeah, that's about it. I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.